Greetings, Earthling.
And now, for your listening pleasure, introducing...
A Relatively Unqualified podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to our podcast. My name is Nick.
And this is Darra, and together we are Relatively Unqualified.
Yeah, real talk from two people who shouldn't be giving any advice whatsoever.
Yet here we are.
Damn right. Actually, today I got some pretty good guests here. Not only do I have my co-host here, Darra, but my sister-in-law as well. But I also have my other sister-in-law, Priscilla, here, and then my wife and Nicole.
Hey.
Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Say hello to and introduce yourself a little bit. And
I have to say, this is exciting, you guys.
We are very excited. I am here. My sisters are here with me today. Yay.
And we got a pretty good topic today, too. I think we're going to go, based off your guys' values and decision-making in different stages of your lives, whether it pertain to motherhood or, sisterhood or whatever the case may be. So we're going to kind of just jump in here and ask some questions and, get some real raw, honest answers. So Thank you guys, all of you, and we're all family here. So thank you for showing up and hanging out and doing this with us.
Yeah, let's start this off. Let's first introduce, because of course the listeners don't know any of you. So of course they know me and Nick, And so first off, Nicole, my oldest sister, she's the oldest of the four of us siblings, and today is just the sisters. Nicole's the oldest.
Stop saying that.
Nicole's the oldest. Did I say that? Did I share? Wait, who's the oldest? Wait, Nicole's the oldest.
She's our oldest, wisest.
I'm pretty sure in 7 days, we will be the same age.
But you will be older still.
Say hi, honey.
Well, hello. Yes, I am the oldest and wisest. The one that has lived a little bit more life.
A little bit.
She's definitely lived a life because she's been married to me too.
Yeah, that's true. That's
true.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we have Priscilla. She's the youngest of the three. Say hi, Sil.
Yes. Hello. Yeah, I am, I guess, number 3 in the line, and excited to be here and just love hanging out with my sisters. So.
And this would be Priscilla's first time behind the microphone.
Yeah, first time caller, long time listener.
Nice. So as far as ages go, Nicole's 45. 45 years old, 3 girls. So what's the dynamic? So give us background.
Yeah. So I'm 45 years old. I've got 3 daughters. My oldest is 21. My middle is 12. And my youngest is 9. Mm-hmm. So there is a little bit of an age gap.
Yep.
So I'm still raising littles.
Mm-hmm. Still raising kids. Mm-hmm.
At home. And so I am, navigating the early adulthood with my oldest, who's in college.
Mm-hmm.
I'm navigating preteen with my middle.
Olivia.
And, I still have a little one at home that still plays with dolls and, believes in Santa Claus. So we've got...
Yes.
So we've got a lot of little dynamics going on in my house right now. A lot of hormones that flow through. Not only are there
3
my
girls.
hormones, but we've got preteen hormones and we've got early adulthood hormones, the college life hormones of, I can't do this.
Oh, sure you can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So, that's the dynamics of my life.
A lot to navigate there.
Yes.
And Priscilla, the youngest, you are age, and tell us about you.
Youngest sister. Yeah. How old am I? Gosh. 38 right now.
Really?
Currently 38. Yeah.
Damn.
Jeez. Currently 38. I have 2 little boys, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old who's getting ready to turn 2 in a few months. So my life is quite chaotic, chasing them around. And again, they're 2 boys, so they're very active and physical and don't sleep well. So I'm in my era of not getting a lot of sleep while having to maintain demanding full-time jobs. And yeah, all that comes with the transition of motherhood. So
Yeah.
it's wild times.
Yeah, you are literally in the thick of motherhood right now.
It's quite thick. So
It's
thick.
quite thick.
I feel
The
like
thick
it's
of like that, the little tiny ages.
they're very small. They're not to where they quite understand much, but the older one's starting to, and the younger one is still very much like a baby, but also transitioning to toddlerhood. And yeah, it's just a lot.
It's wild.
It's nonstop. I mean, from wake up, which is 5:45 a.m. these days, to bedtime. It is nonstop. So thank God for daycare.
And juggling career and
Yeah.
your
Yes.
career goals.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's a lot.
And then there's me,
There's you.
who apparently, according to Priscilla yesterday, was saying Darra's just living the dream, which I'm not, by the way. I am basically an empty nester right now because my kids are grown. Josh and I, between us, we have the 4 kids, and the age ranges for us are 25, 21, 19, and 18, and none of them are at home. So we have no kids at home, and we are just right now focused on each other and our home and careers. So we're kind of on the other side of the parenthood trap right now.
But aren't you on the grandparent
And
trap?
we're
too?
on that grandparent train of
Automatically makes you older.
solid
By
point.
default. That's awesome.
Solid point.
You win.
How many grandkids do you have, Darra?
I have 2 grandbabies.
Let it be known I have none.
Let's keep it that
I
way.
was waiting for that one. Let's keep it that way for a little while. Much as it sounds fun.
So we are on the track of just kind of navigating we're not raising our kids anymore. We're just there as more of just that emotional support for our kids. The raising is done. We're not. That's over and done with.
It's in the rearview mirror.
It's in the rearview mirror, and now it's just emotional support of just kind of watching that train go down the track, and hopefully they make good decisions, and when things kind of go off the rails, we're there to help them get through
guide
it,
'em.
help
Yeah.
guide through that. So those are the stages of life that the 3 of us are in right now. So
Not a bad way to be.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun times. Fun times. So, full circle now, what brought us here today. So we have our little chat that we text each other almost every single day. And just recently, Priscilla, she just got hired onto a new place of employment. But in this transition time, was a couple different opportunities that you were faced with, 2 different organizations you could have gone with as far as, jobs. 2 very different opportunities as far as what they offered you. You had text Nicole and I about these 2 different opportunities and what they were offering you, and needed a little bit of guidance, a little bit of perspective. You didn't know what to do because on one hand, oh, this is so great, but on the other hand, but this other job is so great too. So tell us a little bit about that, if you don't mind, just kind of what that was.
Yeah. This is why our text thread is so valuable because one little tiny thing happens in your one single day and then the mind starts spiraling and it's like, oh my God, I felt like my mind was exploding.
Yeah.
And this is what happens is there's a few people that I immediately text and you guys are them, are one of them. And I explain the situation. Okay, here's what happened. Blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, I love that you guys respond fairly quickly too. Because then I read, and then it just gives me that extra like grounding of like, okay, I can get through this. And you give me perspective and help me see things from different sides, but also like more so just validating what I was already thinking. A lot of that is just, I have a thought, but then there's so many other thoughts swirling around too. And it's like, I just need my people to ground me and kind of remind me about what's important, remind me about what my values are, because that's key is you guys, we know each other so well. Like I know what you guys value. You know what I value really well. And so that's kind of like the gist of what it was. And yeah, you're right. There were two different companies. They're two very different companies. And it was kind of like, oh shoot, like what I could go either direction. This is what it looks like this way. This is what it looks like that way. Also, this is just what I know surface level from interviews. And you don't know until you're actually on the inside. But yeah, then we started chatting about like values and like what's important to you, and things that are important to me now are very different after becoming a mom than my life looked like, and things that were important to me even 5 years ago. So we started talking about that, and that's how we were like, gosh, things change over time, and hey, this is a cool topic that people go through.
A really great topic.
So I think you were like, hey, we could talk about this on the podcast. And I was like, we could call it values-based decision making.
Yeah.
And then that's how we landed here.
Here we are. Let's chat.
Yeah.
So, and the thing is, the conversation that we were having. So, like you said, your values change. Things change organically, of course, as you go through life, as you have children. Like you said, 5 years ago was completely different than you are now. 5 years ago, you didn't have two babies at home, and things change. And with you are very career-driven, career-focused. And 5 years ago, that was like number one, career-driven. Tell us a little bit how that has changed now with having the boys. And I think that, the conversation when you text us, that was something that came up, is like, because you are, I think for you, that's kind of a struggle still, because you still hold on to that. You are, so driven in your career, but also the boys obviously take priority for you. And that's, the balance, trying to figure out that balance for you.
Yeah. I mean, I was so career driven and career oriented before becoming a mom that when I found out I was pregnant, I had to go to therapy because I was wigging out and spiraling about the fact that I knew my life was about to completely change, and that the person that I knew of myself and felt comfortable with would completely be flipped upside down. And I hated the idea of like, I don't know who I'm going to be and what my life's going to look like and what I'm going to value anymore. And this is going to change me forever. And I knew it would change me forever. And I was afraid of that, one, because I think I'm learning that I hate change. I struggle with it. It's a big deal for me. So, but yeah, it kind of just was that change took place. And then, I had to process it even when I was pregnant, even before Henry came into my life. Although he was in my life, I was growing him. But then it's not only like after becoming a mom, because you can be both. Like you can be career driven and a mother. That's, for me, it's not that. It's more of I guess I just prioritize different things now.
Right.
And I care more about different things. Whereas before, it was like tunnel vision on career growth. That was my life. That's all I cared about. And then after becoming a mom, it was like, wait a minute. You also kind of grow up a little bit more too. You have a different perspective on the world and you start to realize what means the most. And it's weird because like before I had kids, like obviously I valued family and family meant the most to me. But I was just like on that path of in my 20s and early 30s, just like running, progress, milestones, what's next, growth, development type of thing.
Right.
And then I think, towards my mid to late 30s, which is when I became a mom and have spent the last few years,
Right.
I start to realize like, these companies could kick me to the curb and replace me in a half a second. And like, why am I investing so much into them?
Yeah.
There's that side of it that gets to me, but there's also just a lot of like corporate bureaucracy.
Like, why are my loyalties with them when I know their loyalties are not with me?
Corporate America. I mean, I work in tech in corporate America, and it's just, it drives you into the ground. And so it started to become really apparent to me that I don't think I want to put as much whole weight and priority on that. And also, like, the last 3 years of my life, I've had zero time. I've been like under this rock of like, I can barely even get through a 45-minute episode of Dancing with the Stars, like in one night. That's not happening. So you just, when your time becomes extremely limited, you only have time for the most important things in your life. And the last 3 years has just been like my family and closest bubble of friends. And that's that. And then career is there, of course, because we have financial goals. Like we have, we both have goals, Joe and I do, and we want to reach them. And I'm not willing to give certain things up as I am other things. Like never say never, but like I don't see my path going in the direction of a stay-at-home mom. So my career, yes, is important to me in the fact that it will provide income and it will provide our health insurance and it will provide retirement, a lot of other benefits too. But like things like unlimited PTO are extremely important to me.
Right.
I got to have time. Also, my kids get sick like on the weekly and they get kicked out of daycare. And then I'm just having to struggle my way through working from home and taking care of the kids. And it's utter chaos. So
the whole, by the way, the whole kicked out of daycare thing should be a whole podcast in its own.
Oof, yeah, for sure.
Well, let me ask you guys this, and this will go for all three of you, and each one of you can answer differently. But how do each of you balance the tension between who you thought you would be and what life and who life shaped you into be now? As mothers, women, career women, you're all three career women. So
Yeah. For me, early on, being the oldest, I decided I didn't want to have any kids. I just wanted to be career driven. Like I saw my family, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, or our mom was a stay-at-home mom. And, being the oldest and having littles behind me, I was like, screw kids. I wanted to live in the city. I wanted to be an accountant for a long time. And I wanted to live, have an office overlooking the city. I wanted to live in the city. I wanted to be a city girl. Clearly, that's not what I am. That changed early, actually, though. After high school, I still didn't want any kids. But then I met someone, and I met my oldest daughter's dad. And, when you meet somebody and then things change, your life changes. And, I decided I'm going to stay here in Medford and I'm going to have a career now. And I had Jada when I was 24. So, that was early. I was in my early 20s, and I spent my 20s being a mom. Now, that relationship didn't last, obviously, which is fine. We're great friends, and we co-parent very well together. That was another reason why I chose not to leave Medford, is because my family was here. Jada's dad was here. And so therefore I needed to stay here. And things for me shifted, and I went into straight career mode. Like, get it done, do whatever you have to do, just hustle. My mindset shifted pretty rapidly after getting divorced and realizing that I had a little one that I needed to take care of. So working was my focus, and that's what I did. And I hustled, and I knew I needed to make a future for her and I. Shortly, not shortly, it was, a couple years into that, I met you, Nick. And then, my life shifted again, priority shifted. But work for me was always like career bound. I think I want to go back to school. And I think I'm going to become a medical assistant. I loved being in the medical field. I wanted to do that. I loved helping people. So I went back to school, became a medical assistant, got a job, being an MA, loved it. They quickly realized that I had a lot of leadership capabilities and I could do that. So, I was sort of guided into leadership in that early on, and that's kind of like where my focus has been. But then we had more kids. We had Olivia, and then we had Shay, but I was always on the go for work, like always focus, get the career, do the next thing, make the next move. It was like the natural progression of what you do, right?
Yeah.
But being 45 now, my priorities have definitely shifted. I missed a lot. I missed a lot with the kids because I was so focused on working. Not only was I raising daughters, I was learning a new career path in leadership. Then I decided to go back to school. So now I'm a mom. Now I'm a leader. Now I'm a student. I'm a wife. I mean, these are like a lot of things were going on in these like last 15 years of my life of raising these kids. So life for me was was a wild ride for me. And so I've decided now that I wanted to take a little bit of a step back, and I still have littles at home and I still had some time. And one of the things that I valued the most about raising Jada was at that time when she was little, I was working from home. And so I made sure that I worked early in the morning and I got her to school. And by the time she was home from school, I was done working. So I had that time with her. I was there for her. I was there when she was sick. I didn't have to send her to daycare. So I've done that again now with my two little ones. And it's been the best thing. The best thing that I could have done was take a little bit of a step backwards and reevaluate what's super important to me.
And I think even though, through all of that, like you've done so much, but no matter what, you were always there for the kids. Like you didn't miss anything of theirs. The kids, all through Jada's sports, and now Olivia's, and the basketball and soccer, and it doesn't matter what it is. You didn't miss any of it.
Yeah.
You always kept them as a priority.
Oh yeah, they were always a priority of mine. But that's how you create burnout. I was always working. My priority was work. I had to shift, a lot of things. Okay, well, they're sick, and I did have to send them to mom's. Mom helped me a lot with the girls. I've got this meeting, so I've got to make sure that they're taken care of, and I got to do this and I do that, and I got to make sure that I'm working until this time, or I'm here and I'm there. I felt like I wasn't 100% invested in like them when I was, when we were at the sporting events or we were planning these things, because I was always focused on something else. I would take Jada to her tournaments, but I would take my homework with me, and I got very good at multitasking.
Yeah.
I'm a very good multitasker, which, that's just what you do.
Yeah.
It's what you do. It's what
hustle.
I had to do. It's the hustle. And I'm still in school. I haven't finished. It's been a 10-year go. I plan on finishing. Absolutely, 100%. It is a goal of mine, and it's something that I'm going to finish. But I also feel like it's definitely, I've asked my kids, does it bother you that I always was working? Does it bother you that I have to go to school or have class? Or, I got home and I've got a Tuesday night class that I didn't get home until after 10 o'clock and they were already in bed. Luckily, I had Nick by my side that pushed me to do these things. And so they had him.
Of course. Yeah.
And when I wasn't there, they had him. But I do feel like I missed things. There were a lot of assemblies I didn't make it to. There were, I never signed up to be the, to help out in the classrooms because
field trips
and field trips. And yeah, I couldn't commit to those things, when they ask you in the beginning of the school year. And I would look at Nick and I'm like, well, I mean, if you can do it, but I can't. I already know I can't.
Yeah.
And so those things is what I wish I had more time to do. Be able to do.
How many years were you a clinic leader?
8 years.
And Liv's 12, Shay's 9. So like most Shay's life.
All of Shay's life. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Wow. When she came back from maternity leave, she actually took over the infectious disease job and started building that from there on up. So once she came back from Shay's maternity leave with Shay, she started doing
that just sort of like
the amount of stress that you've taken on over the last decade is just it's unreal. It's kind of like whoa, like how did you do it?
The one thing that I've asked her that question too, but in asking that question, the one thing that I love the most about her work ethic is despite not being there for everything and wanting to be there for everything, all three of these young ladies are seeing what a hell of a hard worker she is, what a dedicated mom she is, what an employee, with school. So she's resilient. She's a warrior. And all three of my daughters have that as a role model growing up to see, hey, this is mom did this, so we can do this. And that's one thing I truly respect about her, because without her even realizing it, she's teaching our daughters that resilience, that strength in this world. So,
well, I want to hear, so through that, so you, like Priscilla was just saying, the amount of stress that you were under when you were making that transition, when you were leading the infectious disease and you kept getting, added on more clinics to take over, to lead, through those years. And we saw it. I mean, it was like, how can you possibly take on more? How can they even ask you to take on more? But you continue to be the yes man for them, and like, yes, I'll do it. Yes, I'll do it. And outside looking in, from my perspective, is like, what are you trying to prove here? And why aren't you saying no? And for me, I'm thinking to myself, why are you doing this? And why do you think you have to do it all to get ahead? Like, what are you doing here? And what was your thought pattern? And when, so the question is, what was your thought pattern through all of that? And what was the breaking point?
Yeah. So I learned through our family and dad is hard work. You do the work, you learn all you can. The more money you make, the better life you're going to have. It's almost like you continuously just chasing that dollar, right? Like, okay, well, I'm going to do I'm going to lead this clinic and I'm going to do this and I'm going to learn all I can learn. And then the next step is, the promotion, the income goes up, and that's going to, and honestly, it was all focused on, Jada first, because I knew eventually she was going to go to college. And it's like, okay, well, I need to get to this level before she gets there, because I need to be able to make sure that I can pay for whatever it is that she needs. I can't pay for college, but I can help her live.
Yeah.
And I can't do that unless I'm financially stable.
Okay.
And so it was always, the dollar, chase the dollar, chase the dollar. I also enjoy learning a lot too. Like, I like the challenge. And so, every time I was asked to do something, it was never like scared to death, first of all. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyways. And I'm just going to go for it. And I'm just going to learn on as I go. My last clinic that they gave me, I remember my manager, my director had told me, you're going to do this. And I said, well, I don't know how to do that. He goes, you don't need to know how that clinic is ran, because you know how to lead. The rest of it will come. Yeah. And I never forgot that, because it's so true.
Yeah.
Right? It's so true. Like, my core, everything that I've done in working those past 10 years was leadership. And I learned to love it. It turned into be my passion. Like, never in a million years did I ever think that I would be a leader. Like, that wasn't my direction. My direction was being a medical assistant. Like, 100% thought that I had made it when I became an MA.
You went to school
I went to school to be an MA. I became an MA. I'm like, my career check, done. Like, I'm retiring as an MA. And then when they asked me to be a leader, I was like, well, I don't know how to do that. But turns out I was actually kind of good at it. And I really liked it. And I enjoyed it. And I went and I learned more about it. And I just kind of like engulfed myself in that role. So, I didn't have anything to prove. It wasn't really a whole lot to prove. I wasn't trying to prove to myself that I could do it or to anybody else. It was just, I just thought that
it's
was
the money.
Yeah, it's
like
the money.
I needed the means to an end, or the means to support X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And at that time, it was Jada. And
yeah. We had the girls and all the things that, like, I had financial goals as well. The future, the retirement, all the things that go along with it. So that's really what it was. And yeah, I mean, I loved the organization that I was with. They taught me so much and gave me so much opportunity. But the breaking point was when things start to misalign. Organizations grow, things change.
What was the misalignment for you?
The misalignment for me was, it didn't feel like I was able to support the way and lead the way that I wanted to lead. Like, it became way more transactional instead of authentic. And I didn't like that. And
what does that mean for you?
For me, it was like, well, they would give us a lot of like, you need to develop your people and you need to develop your clinics the way that you want to, the way it feels good, the way it has, works for you guys. Instead, it turned into, no, we need you to do it this way. And that's just not how
That's not how you operate.
It's not how I operate. So yeah. And I also think that I started to grow myself as well. And things started to shift for me internally. And so, I knew that leadership was the direction that I wanted to stay and go. I wanted to help people learn and realize their true potential and what they could do. And, I was like, I want to teach this. I want to embody this. I want to make sure people know how valuable they are and that they can do whatever it is that they want to do, because I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I started from the bottom when I didn't know what I was going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And, you can do these things. One of the things that I always told my people was, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that's where your growth happens.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I grew over the past 10 years, is I constantly was uncomfortable. I was put in these positions that just made me uncomfortable, and I had to just step up. You just step up and you grow over and over again. And I would take on, and I would go to class, and it was hard, as hard as it was, and then uncomfortable. And some of the nights I just didn't want to do it. I did it anyways. And I'm glad I did. I'm really glad I did. So, yeah. It was definitely a still a long ride. I'm still doing it. And most recently, obviously, there's some things that came up, that stress is a big part of, having to realign my values as well, and taking a step back in my career path, in what I was doing, really made me open up my eyes to, like, we need to rethink some things.
Something's not working.
Something's not working. Yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, now you're here. And you know what? Now you're following your dreams. And I think that's probably the best thing you can take out of this. After all of that, after all the stress, and now you're getting to do what you want, the way you want to do it. And I think that's the best part. So,
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask the same question to you, Darra, since you're the one asking questions over here, and Priscilla's already talked a little bit, but how do you balance that tension between what you thought you would be and what life shaped you into be right now?
What did Darra think she would
I'm kind of
be?
curious.
Wouldn't everybody like to know?
Yeah. I don't even think I know.
Well, I've. Did you hear
Nobody
that?
heard that.
Nobody heard that. Nobody heard that.
Barley.
I've always wanted to be a mom.
Hmm.
And I think, and I don't know if most people probably don't know that, but I've always wanted to be a mom and a wife. That was always like my main thing. I was never career focused, even, coming out of high school. It was never like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this career. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And obviously, out of high school, I left and I started a family really young, and I was a stay-at-home mom, and, I married really young, got divorced young. And because of the divorce, I had to start working, and I had very little skills because I didn't have any college. I didn't have any schooling. I didn't really have a whole lot of work experience.
Did work at that gas station one time though.
Yeah, but I did get fired for selling cigs to a minor. But that was because I was pregnant and throwing up. As a minor. But yeah, my little stint of my gas station clerk didn't get me too far with work experience.
Well, that's a good thing, though. I guess it's a good thing that didn't work out for you.
But for my values, like for what I thought I'd be, I mean, I guess I did have I did have a little bit, a time period where I did go back to school. I did go to school for a short amount of time when Wesley was little, but that didn't last too long because my heart and soul, like I truly always just wanted to be home with my kids. That really was my pull. I really just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And I mean, I always tell Josh, even now, I wish I could just be a stay-at-home mom. I don't care that the kids aren't here anymore. Can I, babe? Can I just be a stay-at-home mom?
Take care of the chicken.
I'll be a chicken
Chicken
mom. I'm still waiting for him to let me be a stay-at-home mom.
Sold. You got it.
And a wife, that's my dream.
You got it. You just got to spend way less.
Yeah. The give and take.
Give and take. See, just like to spend too much money. But no, seriously though, after the divorce, that's when a shift was made, because then of course, the values goes to, I need to provide for the kids. And then you go back to work, I got a job at the credit union, and the credit union being phenomenal place of employment, that afforded me a whole lot of opportunities within that organization. And then you just my whole mindset was just survival mode through, being a single mom, raising the boys, and just trying to survive those years. The relationship I had with their dad and co-parenting wasn't as easy as what Nicole had with Jada and her dad. So, that was truly like survival time and through that whole, growth period. And so it was truly just, okay, work, raise the boys, get through this time frame. But it was just, the kids, and then Josh and I being together, and with his two, the family was the focus for me. And that's always been where my focus is. It's the family. And when I say the family, of course, when Priscilla says family, it's the family, the extended family, the mom and dad, and the aunts and uncles, all of that. But for me, I zoom that into my family, like my kids, my relationship with my partner. That's my family. That's my focus. That's 100% most important. That's what drives me. Always.
Good. And it should be family, should be the thing that drives you. I mean, I know, at least for myself, that's kind of the one thing that really kind of humbled me, was just being a dad, having those responsibilities. And when you are given those responsibilities, I mean, it's amazing.
The only reason I work is because I spend money.
Fair enough. Money wasn't a thing.
I'm not career driven.
Well, we talked a little bit about Priscilla and her career and her path and how she did that. But let me ask you guys this: what do you guys respect most about each other's value systems, even if you don't personally live by them? I mean, what do you respect most about each other's?
I think for all of us, it's just been like our number one value is family.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably the number one for each one of us, and always has been. We grew up with family values. Family was always number one. That's what Dad always told us. Your family always
Still to this day,
comes
that's
first.
what he preaches, and I respect that.
Family
I will
comes
call
first.
out one thing that I respect about you, Darra, and this is probably not a value, but maybe it's just character based. One thing I respect about you is that you really don't care what other people think of you or like how they perceive you. Like, you are so authentically yourself, and you're like, take me or leave me, because I don't give a shit either way. And I think that's why a lot of people gravitate towards you, because it's like, it's kind of amazing to watch, really.
Well, I think that comes from, well, gosh, I don't know what that comes from. Just because I really don't give a shit what you think about me.
Exactly. It's so authentically like stripped down to the basic
Stripped down
level.
to, because
view.
what does it fucking matter what you think about me?
But I would say, I mean, that just, it sticks out to me because when I was younger, this is something that's changed in my life over time, over the years. When I was younger, I cared a lot more about how people perceived me. And I think I still do as well. And I let that drive a lot of decisions I make and how I act. And a lot about me is based on like, well, what will they think? Or what will that look like? Or, and so I've always looked at the way you lead your life and how you just don't give a shit at all.
You know, and maybe if I really kind of look deeper into that, you know, growing up, I was never perceived as like being like the popular crowd. Like that was not me. I was not into sports. I was not like one of the jock and the popular people. And, you know, even if I tried to fit into that like group, of course I wasn't fitting into that group. Like that's not me. But, you know, the people that did accept me were the ones who weren't accepted. So that taught me like, it doesn't matter what people think because who the fuck cares anyways?
The Misfits taught
You
her
know
that.
what song comes to
You
mind?
know, who fucking
Let's
cares?
hear it for the losers. The outcasts.
and then I realized that, okay, you know, those like popular crowd that everybody loves and they're so popular and accepted by everybody didn't like the people that were actually accepting of everybody. So why am I trying to be like the assholes?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah. So then I just decided I don't give a fuck what people think about me, and I'm going to be authentically who I am. And I accept people unless you're a fucking asshole, and I'll let you know. So
Yeah.
maybe that's where it comes from.
What about you? What do you respect most about one of your sister's values or
I think the same with Priscilla when it comes to Darra. You know, she is very much authentically her. And with Priscilla, I think it's a lot of, you know, she holds her family very, very close to her. Very, very close to her. Almost to the point where I'm like, dude,
Like, give it a rest.
yeah, calm down.
Calm down. Like, take it down a notch. But I will say, and that's, I agree with you on that. That's something that I value so much with Priscilla is because if anybody is going to hold this family together, as far as like even like extended family, it's Priscilla. Like she will not let this family fall apart. Like Priscilla will glue us together. Like she will make sure like we gather and not just our core family, but everybody, our extended family. And there's a whole lot of us. Priscilla takes the time out. She reaches out to everybody. If you are on her mind, you know it. And I love that about Priscilla. Like that's just so great.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%.
No, I agree with that. I think the assessment on all you guys, yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
you know, and I think what I see with the three of you is I have sisters as well. And as most of you guys know, I don't get along with my family like you guys do. There are things in our life went way, way sideways, and we've all kind of just gone our separate ways. We talk a little bit. I have one sister I don't talk to at all, but the other ones we all communicate. But I think what I love and what I love about you guys as sisters is how much you guys value each other. You know, the friendship, the sisterhood, the family dynamics, making sure like they said, Priscilla brings everybody together. So to make sure that we all gather, that we're all a family and a one unit. And no matter how bad it is for you guys, no matter what you all disagree on, you always find a way to come back.
We don't always agree.
We don't always agree. We don't
But
always
you guys
agree
always
at all.
find a way to come back to each other and find a way to agree on each of your levels to where, you know, it works for you guys. So
Yeah.
it's awesome that you guys are resilient like that.
And I do want to say, and just for our listeners, there's not just the three of us. We do have our brother who's not on the podcast with us tonight,
But he's not a sister.
he's not a sister, and that's why he's not here, because he's not a sister. But Miles, we did not intentionally. Well, we kind of intentionally, because you're not a sister, but not like we didn't do it meanly, Miles.
You'll be on the next one.
You'll be on the next one, I promise. But we have a younger brother also, and it has to be known that he also, the values that he brings, family is number one to him as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Amen to
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And it's cool. So I really can appreciate what you guys have as a bond, as a family. That's just one thing I wish I had more with my family, but I love that you guys have that and continue to keep preaching that every day. So let me ask you guys this. There's which value has helped you guys choose major life decisions, careers, motherhood, any of those entrepreneurships that you're planning on doing, whatever the case may be? What value has really helped you guys kind of mold who you guys are and what you want to be and how you want to get there? So,
I think that's a hard one. I don't think it's ever just one value. I think, depending on what the situation is and depending, there's so many different values that you take to make decisions, whether if it's relationship based or career based, it's going to be a different value you pull from.
True.
That you make a decision, and maybe even multiple. Family values, when you're making career decisions, family is going to come into play. Integrity is going to come into play. There's so many things that you pull from when you're making those kind of decisions. For me, if it's career based, if it feels right, if it aligns with your home, with your center, then you're on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Relationship wise, the same thing. If it centers you, if it feels good, if it aligns with your integrity, with your core, then
yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I value time more so now than I ever have before. So decisions that I make now, whether, career and moving forward, how much time am I going to have? How much is this going to give me? How much do I have to put into it? How much is going to give back to me? Stability is one that I always think about as well. Like, how much stability is this going to give me? How much stability is this going to give my family? What can I do without? What can I sacrifice? And what don't I want to sacrifice? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have a list of negotiables and non-negotiables. So yeah, I think all of those things come into play when we're thinking about our futures and our present. What feels good and what aligns. At least for me, that those are the things that align with me right now.
I would say I agree a lot with Darra. I think a lot of different values come into play based on kind of what you're presented with and what direction you're trying to figure out. One thing that Joe and I always talk about, and you might have heard him talk about this too, is a lot of decisions that you make in life are decisions that are reversible. Like there's certain decisions that are permanent, and then there's certain decisions that are reversible. A lot of them are reversible.
Yeah.
And there's no possible way to like fully know if what you're making is the right decision.
Right.
All you can do is like take the information that you have at the time and pick what aligns with you and what is best at that point in time. And, like with this whole job search journey that I went on, it was like, gosh, I don't know, like what's the better direction to go. And it's like, you don't know, like you don't know until you're in it. And then if you're in it and it doesn't feel good, then like peace out and go a different direction.
Yeah.
Like, you're not tied to anything.
You're not tied to
This
anything.
is not permanent. And sometimes I have to remind myself of that because it makes me feel better. Like, okay, this is something that I can pick a path based on what I feel is right and best with the information I have. And then, you know what? Check in with myself for 6 months later. And if I
Like,
feel like
this
this is a complete and utter disaster,
Peace out.
then like go on and get.
Yeah. Regroup.
Yeah. So I think that's important to think about too, is that you can make decisions and go down a certain way. And if you realize like, whoa, I need to backpedal here, you can.
Yeah.
Unless it's a non-reversible decision, in which case those are like, let's think clearly and closely about that.
Yeah. Right. Right. But, you know, and I think that's a good point because I think so often so many people feel like they're stuck. And that's one of the things that I try to teach my kids. It's like, you're never stuck. Like you said, most of the time you're not stuck. Yeah. Like there are the non-reversible decisions of life, but most of the time you're not stuck. And it's okay. It's okay to make the decision and change your mind. It's okay to make the decision and be like, oh, this isn't working out. Okay, pivot. Okay, get the fuck on. You know?
No job is loyal to you. You don't have to be loyal to
Yeah.
them to that point. You know,
It's like, it's okay.
I also think that, and this has happened to me recently, is you fall in the trap of comfortability.
Yeah.
So, you know, for example, you know, right now, I'm working a remote job. It's checked all the check boxes that I wanted, except for, you know, it's a pretty significant pay decrease from what I was getting. Okay, so then this other opportunity came up for me. I got called on this other position, and they were super interested. And I was like, okay, but here's the thing. It was comfortable. That other job was comfortable. And I did it because I know how to do this. I can do this. It's more money, but it didn't check those boxes that really align with me.
The important ones.
And so I went ahead with this interview. I actually even made the follow-up interview. But I ended up backing out of it because after thinking about it and it just didn't make me feel good. It didn't make me feel good. And then and then I thought to myself, well, why did I even apply to that? Why did I even put myself in that position? I did it because it was comfortable. It's what I knew.
It's what you knew.
It's what I knew. And so, you know, we fall in that trap of, oh, I can do this and it's comfortable. And yeah, it's going to give me a couple extra more dollars, but what's it worth to me? What's my time worth to me? Is it something that I want to go through with? Yeah, I can do it. I know I can do it. I'm so confident that I can do that. But do I want to? So, you know, I think that's something that that people end up doing a lot of as well. You know, you know, remembering, again, centering yourself with your core values, what feels good to you, why you made that decision in the first place. Yeah. And so that's what I had to do. I had to really think about why I made that decision in the first place. And do I really want to give that up just to be comfortable again?
Yeah. And, you know, making that realignment. And I think what you did, you know, like you said, it was a significant pay decrease, but the alignment in your values and what it's bringing you is so much more valuable than that pay decrease. And, you know, of course, you know, you talk about it, you know, you make it work. You talk about it with your husband, you make it work for your family and everything. You make those adjustments so that those core values, now you're back in alignment, and that's worth it. Now everything fits together again.
Yeah, everything fits together again. And, you know, and I'm not going to find my worth in my job.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's not where I'm going to find my worth.
Yeah, your worth does not come with a dollar sign.
No.
Nope.
No. That is not where I'm going to find my worth. You know.
I can
That's
agree
an
with-
interesting statement. Your worth does not come with a dollar sign.
Amen.
Because a lot of times people say, I'm worth more than that.
Yeah.
Like I want to get paid what I'm worth. So like, how do you, that's kind of a little like topic of its own, I think.
It is. It is for sure. And I think we've had that
Yeah.
conversation because, you know, I went through the job search over the summer and then you as well. And same thing. It's like, and I'll be honest with you, when I took the job that I'm at now, it was hard. It was hard to take a job that was paying me way less than what I had been getting paid for. And you feel like, God, I just spent 10 years building myself up to that, to getting to that dollar, but at what expense?
Right.
You know, what cost did that cost me?
Mm-hmm.
And so
Your heart.
when you say yes to the job they just gave you this number and you're like, ugh, that was a gut punch.
Mm-hmm.
That was a gut punch. Kill me over to my knees because automatically you're like, I'm worth more than that.
Mm-hmm. But you knew going through the interview process that that's what you were likely going to
Yeah.
be up against.
Yeah.
And so you were already mentally
I
preparing
was.
and wrapping your head around.
Right. And, you know, but for me in the journey that I'm on, I had to constantly remind myself, like, that's not your worth.
Mm-hmm.
That's not your worth. Like, you're going to find your worth doing this over here, not the job.
That's and you're trying to start something on the side, and that's what I
Yeah.
was trying to feed her too. Is like, listen, you don't take this extra job to stress yourself out. You know, it's out of town. You're going to be gone a lot more. You're trying to build something else on the side, so really take that into consideration too. What you're doing,
Which
so,
actually brings me to
yes, and
something I wanted to share with you guys because I have not let any of you know, but as I have been going through this journey for myself, I myself hired my own personal coach,
Nice.
and I have realigned my mindset, and I am launching my own coaching business.
Nice. Good.
Congratulations.
On you. Congratulations.
I'm
That's
moving-
exciting.
I have a logo.
Right on.
It's called Keep Going Coaching.
Sweet.
Oh, I love that.
Lead, live, align.
Awesome.
And so I'm hoping to launch in the next couple of weeks.
That's really great. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Show
leadership
this.
consulting or a leadership coaching business type thing, and just
It's going to be coaching at first. I'm hoping to kind of snowball eventually into consulting, organizational leadership, stuff like
Awesome.
that. Maybe down the road.
I love that.
Good
But
job.
right
You're
on.
going to rock it.
I'm going to have a website, a landing page.
Cool.
That's
so,
really
yeah.
great.
And, you know,
I knew
I
you could do it.
kept this to myself. I mean, I've been doing this for like the past 12 weeks. I've been in this coaching program. Kept it to myself because, and not that, you know, what I'm about to say is geared towards any of my family or anything like that. But when I had said a couple of times, you know, I'm protecting my peace.
Oh, we
that's-
knew you were working on something.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've been working on because a lot of times when you let outside influences in, when you're trying to build something that means so much to you, out of love, their fears will be projected onto you.
Yes, amen.
So I chose to keep it to just me and Nick,
Yeah.
and we focused on it together. And I had to get my mindset right because
Yeah.
I still struggle with confidence. I'm scared to death.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going to happen.
I'll tell you what, I'm her biggest advocate, and you know what? I know she's scared, and I know but damn it, if anyone can do this, and if anyone's gonna take off and go flying, it's gonna be her because I mean, so many people want to follow, hear what she has to say, and she's not wrong. I mean, she's a great leader. I think she's got so many tools up her sleeve that so many people need to have, especially you know, women in business. I know because she's part of the Women's Leadership Conference here in town. She's a huge part of that. She's a huge advocate for it. So I think just her being able to start this and being that advocate for other women to build stronger women out there. I mean, I got 3 daughters, so I'm a huge advocate, and I'm backing her up 100% because I want my daughters to be that strong.
course.
So
Who run the world? Girls.
doing an amazing job.
So, I mean, I have to give thanks to you, Darra, because you actually turned me on to the Women's Leadership
WLC.
Connection, WLC. And from that moment.
Well, I knew that you needed to be involved in that. It's like, absolutely. Like, I kept telling you, like, you have got to get into this. Like, this is where you need to be. You need to get involved in this. You need to be a mentor. You need to.
Yeah.
That's where the spark really exciting
came from. So, you know, and when I started to fall out of line with my career, that's when the shift happened for me. That's when the leap happened. So I knew that I wanted to do something like this. I just didn't know what at the time. And just over the few months, and it just became more and more clear to me. And so I took a huge leap. I've never, ever bet on myself, ever. And
Not to the extent you did.
yeah.
And not since I've been around either. So this was a huge leap of faith that she took on herself. And I'm honestly, knowing my wife, for her to take that leap was everything in itself. So I'm proud of her for doing it, because right now it's about ready to explode on her. And I'm proud of her for it. So
Yeah. So I'm super excited.
So
But-
Well, you should be.
good things are,
It's going to be really
good
great.
things are starting to snowball.
Good things.
I love
So
it.
we've heard one opportunity from her. So I'm going to ask one more question, and then we've got one other one that Darra's going to ask. But opportunities now, what do they look like for you guys? We've got her opportunities. You know, some of the opportunities that you have in front of you. You got a new job coming, Scylla.
Yeah.
We've got a podcast, and through our podcast, Darra and I's podcast, we've also been able to do some other opportunities to do some interviewing. So what, with the opportunities that we've been given and the things that have been snowballing for all of us, what's next for everybody? What's next for you? What do you guys foresee in your future as moms, you know, career women, entrepreneurs, however you want to look at it?
I can only hope for a full week of full night of sleep. That's the biggest opportunity that I'd like to jump on. If I could get one full week of 8 hours of sleep, that would be the best opportunity coming my way. No, I've on the brink of starting a new job at a new company at a higher level than I've ever been, and like managing a couple of people too. And that's something I've always wanted to do. And so I'm excited for the opportunity. And it's also cool that, I mean, like, it's a new environment. It'll be new people. I mean, when I found out that I got this job, one of my really good friends, Summer, had shared with me just like how exciting that, like, think of the relationships that you're about to cultivate with the people that
It's amazing,
that are
Phil.
going to be at this company, that you will be part of your team. And I was like, gosh, I didn't even think about it that way, because at every place I've worked at, I've left with people who are very close to me. And I didn't even think like, and there's that quote or like that's out there that says, you know, you haven't met all the people that are going to love you in your life yet. And like 5 years from now, your circle may look a little different than it does today. And because you do different things throughout your journey in life and you bring people along with you. And I hold relationships very close to me, and I care a lot about connections and relationships and keeping them strong. And I'm excited for that opportunity just to learn, be pushed a little outside my comfort zone with taking on a management role as well. And I told Nicole, I was like, well, I'll be your first client because I need some guidance.
I need some guidance.
But yeah, no, I'm excited about that. And I'm just excited everything changes every 6 months with the boys too. So, you know, we're in a tough phase right now. And it's going to be tough. And I keep telling myself like, maybe I just have 3 more years of the really hard days. And after 3 years go by, it'll get easier. And, you know, everyone tells me it doesn't get easier. It just gets different. Yeah. So I'm like, can I just get some sleep? That's really all I need.
And honestly, like, if you can get sleep, it'll feel easier.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, what about you, for you, Darra? What are those opportunities? Some of the new opportunities coming for your way, or any doors opening your way?
Well, like I said, I'm still waiting to become a stay-at-home mom. I'm waiting for that opportunity.
Well, I will say
Stay-at-home wife,
I will say
chicken
this,
mom,
and she won't
goat
say
mom,
it, but we did get an opportunity. So
lab mom.
we got invited to go speak at a true crime summit coming up this next May.
This is going to be really cool.
Purely just out of the fact that we can talk on these microphones and we're good at shit talking and talking the way we do. So I really think it opened up an opportunity for us to be interviewers. So I think if I'm going to take an opportunity out of all, even what we're doing right now, I just think it's opening doors that I never thought I would.
This has been just a really fun experience. And it is, like you said, it is opening up these really cool opportunities for us. And that's going to be really fun to do. I think we're both really looking forward to that. And, just seeing wherever this takes us. And, if we have 5 listeners or 500, I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Somebody say, and we do value comments.
It's
so
like we at least have 3 listeners.
Yeah, I just want the opportunity for this to open doors for not only us, but for other people. I mean, this was a huge platform for me just to speak. And I think this whole thing started because of a friend I lost. And it really kind of pushed me to be more vocal about some of the things that I need to deal with. And so that's what I want. If anything, if it opens up any opportunities, is just this be a platform for that, just to be that open door. So when you start listening to this, I just want comments. I want to know what we can do better. I want to know different topics. I want to know what you guys want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Because I ain't afraid. So.
Yeah. I'm going to Thailand.
That's why you can't be a stay-at-home mom.
I know. That's why I can't be a stay-at-home mom. The travel budget does not allow for me to be a stay-at-home mom.
I'm so jealous of your Thailand trip.
My Thailand trip is coming up in February. We're looking forward to that. That's so cool. Yeah, be jealous. Be jealous of me. So cool.
Totally jealous.
Don't worry. We'll be there. We'll go someday. We'll find something fun. I don't know. We've usually end this thing with some quotes, but I don't know if we have any other questions, Darra. Do you have anything else you want to throw out there for the sisters? We got any? Did we miss anything? Is there anything that we can freestyle on, or y'all need to fill in for us? Or?
Let's go around the table and do like top 2 or 3 values. Like, what are your top 2 or 3 values? Okay. We talked about a lot of stuff. I don't know if we actually clearly shared what our top 3 are.
I wrote a little list.
Yeah. See,
list.
someone prepared with me.
I took 5 minutes.
Top 3 values: time, family. What would be freedom. Yeah. Time, family, and freedom. So that definitely sums up the space that I'm in right now and what I'm trying to accomplish.
Nice.
Because I spent 10 years not having a whole lot of time. I spent 10 years not having a lot of freedom to do what I wanted to do. And definitely I want to spend more time with my family. I want to do more things. I want to go on more places. I don't want to have to worry about how much is that going to cost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at right now. At 45 years old, I'm going to start all over again. But I'm starting from experience.
Yeah, it's not. You're not starting from a blank space.
So, being a remote worker now, I love it. Why didn't I do this a long time ago?
You were until you went and got a real job.
I mean, I told Nick the other day we were getting ready to get our cozies on. I was like, well, I have to get out of my daytime cozies and put on my nighttime cozies.
That's how I felt during COVID, the COVID days. Like daytime cozies to nighttime cozies. I'm stuck in this house like a prisoner.
Instacart where my groceries get delivered to my door.
Yeah, that is
I
amazing.
mean, this is a slippery slope, guys. I'm in a territory of
You're in different territory.
It's the pro and also the con.
Yeah.
I've been working remotely for over 5 years, and yeah, there's highs and then there's some lows.
Yeah. But one of these days, hopefully soon, I'll be remote working from the beach.
Beach. There you go.
Both will be.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
We got to
So
work. We got to do it
Great.
from the sun.
that's the
waves
goal.
flashing.
That's the new goal.
What's your top 3, Sil?
Number one, very obviously, it's family and showing up for family no matter what. Number 2 is, for me, I'm really big on adventure and nature and being outdoors. That's huge. And number 3 is genuine connections, relationships with my peeps.
Yeah.
My top 3.
Well, you, D.
Of course, family, number 1. Family, health right now.
Yeah, good one.
Health, physical, mental, presence, being present for my people, for me, mostly my people, my kids, my husband.
Right on.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to all 3 of you. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to sit here and talk and be honest and open up a little bit and share your stories. Thank you, Nicole, for sharing your new news on our podcast. I appreciate that too. And Scylla, seriously, thank you for sitting here. And I know you got boys at home.
She's got to get to bed.
More needs to sleep than anything.
It's past her bedtime.
Thank you so much for sitting down.
Being out of the house past 9 p.m. is like, oof, all right.
We're old, so we feel the same shit. At least Josh and Darra just get to walk downstairs. But we usually end all of our podcasts with a quote. And today, Darra has wrote down 3 of them.
One. I had 3. I was going to do just one. Oh, my gosh.
This is go throw a couple out. I don't care.
I like the first one.
Do you? Okay. Okay. I'll try not to fuck it up. Okay. If your decisions... Okay, I already fucked it up.
Like you're on the sex talk. All righty. For your decisions.
Delilah, love someone tonight.
Little pornograph.
Okay. If your decision doesn't align with your values, that's your sign. It needs to change. If it does align with your values, that's a growth and you're on the right track. But if you're still unsure, call your sisters.
Yep.
Oh wait, I'm gonna do another one though. Okay, quote number 2. Choose what adds peace, not what adds drama. Unless it's funny drama, then put it in the group text. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.